Good evening. Good evening, Porch family. Today is July 3rd. Actually, it's July 2nd. It will be July 3rd. Anyways, it's July 2nd, and we are facing new anxieties. With global warfares rattling stocks, folks are pulling cash from banks fast. At the same time, many are scrambling for gas masks and nuclear iodine pills, prepping just in case. Let's break it all down and gear up, shall we? Despite headlines, Wall Street remains relatively calm. No major runs yet, and the dollar is still holding up. The real concern: if panic spreads, thin margins at smaller banks could trigger a domino effect, much like in 2008. For now, regulators seem ready, but stay alert. A stability facade could vanish quickly under war's pressure. Again, I repeat, despite headlines, Wall Street remains relatively calm. No major runs, and the dollar is still holding up as of now. But the real concern is the following: if panic does spread, thin margins at smaller banks could trigger a domino effect, much like in 2008. For now, regulators seem ready, but stay alert. A stability facade could vanish quickly under war's pressure. What do you need to buy now? What's the first thing you need to put on your list? Gas masks. Gas masks. Full face certified masks range from $37 for basic models to $275 for CBRN grade military mask. Hello, Mr. Daniel Berry Sports. Welcome to the program. Another budget option is the WIDA brand. It's WEIDAHH. It's a survival full face gas mask. It's sturdy and it's reusable and it's $21.99. Mine's and my family's cost around $20 and change, less than $25, and that was less than 2 years ago. We've been preparing our go bag, and we have our go bag and everything. We're kind of preppers, I would say. So there's different gas masks that you can buy that are decent prices still, and we got them on Amazon at that time. Number two, the most important thing too as well, beside gas masks, are potassium iodine pills. Very important. They're called AKA nuclear pills, and I have them, and I bought a few bottles of them a couple of years ago and gave them to certain family members. And also as well, essential for nuclear fallout protection. Um, the nuclear pills, potassium iodine pills, um, they block thyroid absorption of radioactive iodine. So you want to protect your organs. And a lot of people don't know that. And so if all of a sudden there was a fallout here on the mainland, nobody is going to be protecting their organs like, some of the rich folks who have their bunkers, and they're going to be protecting themselves from radiation fallout. We've been being threatened with radiation fallout, and there are missiles that can land in the mainland. So I don't want people to think that we are invincible. We are not invincible. I don't want to cause panic, but we're not invincible. We have to be realistic. So, potassium iodine pills are essential for nuclear fallout protection, and it blocks thyroid absorption of radioactive iodine. You can find these also on Amazon. You can find them also at myrasafety.com, and they have them for $20 on there. I got mine off of Amazon. Um, they also sell them in bulk as well in 280 tablets. Just depends on, But remember, if we have a cyber attack, you will not be able to use your internet. Things will not be functioning. So you want to make sure that you get your hand on your important things now as soon as possible. As far as finances can deal with, a lot of people don't have the finances to be able to buy these things right away. However, if you do have a little bit of leeway, there are nuclear pills available for less than 20, $30 online, even now with the prices being high. There are budget gas masks for $21.99. So, you can work it out, and you'll be able to find these things if you really do your research. Um, so, enough with the prices. I shall get into very quickly why it matters to you. Why does this matter? The bank runs. Why does this matter? It's very important. This is history repeating itself. Welcome, Good Stuff Official. Indeed. Thank you for being here in the program. I appreciate you very much. And God does love us all. I believe that wholeheartedly. Indeed. Welcome to the program. Getting back to the information. So why does it matter? Well, bank withdrawals could intensify, especially with warfares and volatile markets, making access to cash critical. Gas masks and KI pills aren't overkill, they are last line defense, unfortunately. Kits for nuclear or chemical events, it's our last line defense. And so we have that, and we have the good Lord, and we have to keep it moving. So I shall say, another piece of advice shall I throw in to say, combine financial readiness with physical readiness, because prepared households survive. Unprepared ones, unfortunately, don't. And only the good Lord knows what shall occur from here. But I do know that the good Lord does help he who helps himself. So with that, I say, good night, porch friends. That is the checklist for this night, this AM. Protection from economic panic, and biological threats. Share this with neighbors. Visit product links in the description if you're ready to prep. And I'm Pavi LG. Stay calm, stay equipped, and don't let fear win. Until next time, thank you for being here.